What's up, everyone? My name is Marlon Lizama, and welcome to Iconoclast Creative Sessions, where we bring creative writing sessions to you. This is a great way for you guys to experience what our students experience in the classroom. Today, we're going to break down one of my favorite poems, and I wrote this when I was 15 years old, so that's like a gajillion years ago. It is called I Write. And what I want you guys to do when you are listening to this poem, I want you to listen to lines that connect with you, lines that are powerful, lines that you have questions about, or even lines that you think are simply whack. I want you to enjoy this poem, and I cannot wait to see what you create right afterwards. Enjoy, I Write. I write. I write because of the moon. I write because the Most High lets ideas attack me daily. I write because I was never taught to, but I learned to read. I write for Botero's view on beauty, for Saul's passion, and if Frida was to be alive, she would be my very best friend. I write because I never knew my father. I barely know my mother, and my grandmother died. I write for a version of a secondhand story passed down to me through drunk tongues. I write to make you uncomfortable, to remind you that you do not know me. I write for love. I write for the idea of love. I write for the idea of love that I will give my life for. Injustices with baby fingers. I write to gain courage for them, sanity for me, and to always keep her wooed. I write because paper is a sacrifice, to not let the trees die in vain. I write ultimately to be free. I hope you enjoyed this poem. And as I said earlier, I want you to break down these lines. So I want to break down my favorite lines from these poems. My first line that I love is, I write because of the moon. I love the nighttime. I love when the whole house is quiet. I love when everyone is asleep. That is my favorite time to create. I am a night owl. So saying, I write because of the moon, it's a better way of saying, I write because I like the nighttime where everything is quiet and the whole house is asleep. It's a much cooler way to say it. The other line that I love is, I write to make you uncomfortable, to remind you that you do not know me. I love that line because it reminds the world, you have no idea what I'm capable of. And that is a powerful line, especially when we go through things that we feel that people, they judge us by the way we look or maybe the way we dress. The last line that I love is, I write because paper is a sacrifice, to not let the trees die in vain. I love that line. I've been very blessed to travel to many different parts of the world. One of my favorite parts of the world is India. I was able to spend an amazing time there. One day I went to teach a class of a bunch of kids in a very, very poor area. And when I walked in, they were so excited, and I told them that I was going to teach them how to write poetry today. And they got super hyped and excited. One of the kids started tearing up paper, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? You shouldn't be doing that. And his response to me was, well, we don't have enough paper for everyone, so we have to tear up small pieces so everybody can have one. That humbled me so much. It really checked me. And so the line of, I write because paper is a sacrifice, to not let the tree die in vain, to me is a reminder of calm down and check yourself. What I want you to do right now is I want you to press pause on this video, and I want you to have a healthy discussion and break down those lines, the lines that are powerful to you, the lines that connected to you the most. And when we come back, we'll be ready for our next lesson. I hope you had a great conversation about the lines that you chose. I hope that you chose some great lines that really connected with you. I hope that everybody got a chance to talk about something in their life that connected to this poem. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to create your very own I Write poem. We are gonna do 8 lines. Each line is going to start with I write. Every single line can be different from the very last line. Now, how do we pick these lines? We can pick these lines from any part of your life. Think about experiences that you have gone through, challenges that you have overcome. Think about things that you stand for, people that you stand for, people that you love, people that are so meaningful to you. Think about your world. Think about the environment you live in. Think about your neighborhood. Think about the place that you are from. And this is how we create our very own I Write poem. I want you to take your time, make each line as full as possible, as powerful as possible. Now, you can have a theme that each line can kind of correlate with the last line, or each line can be its own individual line. Because when you put this together, it's gonna sound amazing either way. So the challenge is not only to create it, but to be able to recite it. And I hope that you have a great time doing this. And I want you guys to always remember that you are a great poet and everyone has a poem inside of them. Thank you.